everybody get in. All right, welcome back to the BuffTime Podcast once again, where you guys already know what time it is. It's Buff Time, and we had a earlier podcast, myself and Brian, where we talked about the newest buffs, of course, on this premium primetime Buff Talk, and the newest one that we had come across while we were probably right before we joined on was my main man from FAMU. Of course, he hooked up with my other main man, Coach Riz, and he was able to reel him in, as he's called, the dog catcher. And we got the newest buff, Johnny Chainsaw Chaney, joining us right now on BuffTime Podcast. Brian, Chainsaw, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's great to be here.
Yes, you're officially.
Thanks for joining us, Johnny. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
for
No
sure.
problem.
Officially a Colorado Buff right now. We saw the official video put out there. How's it feel right now? Getting back into the hotel, and now you're officially a Buff.
Man, it's been a long day, man. But as far as putting it out there and committing, man, it's great, man. I mean, I'm already feeling the love, the support. Buff Nation, they everywhere, man. It's swarming, and I never felt nothing like this. So just glad to be a part of the family.
Definitely, that Buff Nation.
So, Johnny,
serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're currently in Boulder. What are your impressions of being here? And had you ever been to Colorado before?
Nah, man, I haven't been here before. But the two people I'm with, my uncle, my brother, they've been here. So it's kind of like it's new for me. But it's great, man. Like when I was first going down the I don't know what the highway is, but going to the facility, I see the mountains in the back and stuff, man. It felt unreal, man, and I just knew, man, like this place is as special as they advertise, and I know with what's all going on and them in the spotlight, it's a great opportunity for me.
Definitely. Can you talk about the relationship with yourself and Coach Riz? With Coach Riz coming from FAMU, and you being there past 2 seasons, you guys winning the championship and stuff. Talk about the impact in your relationship with Coach Riz.
Man, Coach Riz is a special dude, man. He made it work. Obviously, y'all know we were together at FAMU, and he played a big role in us winning it all last year. He brought in some key pieces that we needed to get over that hump and take it all the way. So Coach Riz, man, he played a big part, and he's doing the same thing here, man. And I'm just glad that I'm one of the dogs that he brought with him, and that everyone else sees it, so I could put it on display.
Johnny, looking at trying to look up some information on you, didn't see a lot on your recruiting profile coming out of high school. What was that process like for you? Did you feel like you were maybe undervalued coming out of high school, even though you had some pretty good production?
Definitely, man. I mean, it was unfortunate. I was pretty late to things, and I was pretty late to it was just it wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be, but I learned from it, and I know what type of player I am, and a lot of other people now see that, and it's just like a diamond in the rough, man. I've grinded for this, and I'm gonna put it on display.
Over 70 tackles last season, 70.5 tackles for a loss. Can you tell us what is it that you bring as far as your skill set and your type of game? What do you bring to the linebacker position that the Buff Nation can be expecting once you get on the field?
Just being really vocal with things, and being able to lead a defense, and demand things. You're in the middle of the field, so you got to get the guys in front of you good, make sure you did good, and the guys behind you. So I really take pride in doing that in communication, and obviously the film shows flying around, defeating blocks, and putting the nose on the ball. So the game speaks for itself. Really excited to see where I fit in this program and get to work.
Johnny, what did coaches tell you about the competition here? I mean, obviously Levanta Bentley had a really good year last year. Trevor Woods has been playing there. There's a few other guys, but Coach Prime said in the spring he wanted linebackers to come in here. What did they tell you about the competition and where you fit in there?
Oh well, obviously, the competition is always going to be there, no matter where you are. That's not something that you got to worry about. You got to come in and worry about yourself. Obviously, these are your teammates. These are your new teammates. These are your brothers, and most of these guys are new here too. So, we know what the challenge is, and we know, coming here, obviously, you signed up for this. So, it's more about yourself and what you could bring to the table, and seeing if the coaches think you're a fit for that. So.
All right. Linebackers Coach Andre Hart, former linebacker himself, played at Kansas State, and a self-proclaimed dog. Even Dylan Edwards' dad, who played with him at Kansas State, or at least knew about it, said he was a dog. Have you been able to talk to Coach Hart? And what did you see from him? And what do you like from him or expect from him coming up, playing under Coach Hart at the linebacker position?
I spoke to Coach Hart. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here from a visit. But we've had some great talks, some good football talks, and getting me up here for the longest, man. He's a good dude, and I've heard a lot. Coach George, a guy that I met today while touring the campus, man, he spoke very highly of them. They're great guys. They're close. So, my goal is to get have a close relationship with Coach, and build that trust. So. He has the trust to put me out there on Saturdays and make plays.
For sure.
When did you get the nickname Chainsaw, and what's the origin of that? Obviously, I imagine part of it's because of your name, but where did that all come from?
So obviously I got it at my old school. It was just me and two coaches, just one day, just talking. You need a name for yourself. You need to find a way to market yourself, and I'll never forget. Like they just, it just like it was kind of natural, which why I love it so much. It was kind of natural, just kind of with my last name, because obviously schools will call you by your last name, so Chaney, and Chainsaw just kind of came about with Coach Billy Roll and Ryan Smitty.
Oh yeah, I can see how that happened. Hey, what was his name? Chainsaw. Get your ass.
Chainsaw, it just as simple as that, and boom, now we found a celebration for it and all that. Just as simple as that, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I had a coach who used to call me Cisco because he refused to get my name right. He refused to call me Chico, so he called me Blanco, Cisco, whatever the hell your name is. Get over here, son. And you start making plays, they start remembering your name or whatever name they gave you after that.
Definitely.
So we got a picture right here we want to show with Coach Prime. You were able to meet the GOAT. How did it feel about meeting Coach Prime? And did you commit soon after that, or were you already, in your head that you was going to commit and go to Colorado with Coach Prime?
Yeah. So meeting with Coach Prime, man, he's a great guy. Better than advertised, obviously. He kept it real, man, and that's that's what you want from a head coach, especially the head guy. Him being who he is, it's a lot of eyes on him. So for him to keep it real and tell me everything that, not that I want to hear, but that I need to know, while planning on coming here, it kind of caught my eye, me and my family's eye, and I think we got our decision shortly after that.
All right.
You guys had a lot of success at FAMU. What was that experience like for you? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, man. Since I got there, we were a winning program, so that's something I took pride in. Never really, never really had a losing program in college yet. So, and I don't plan on it. So, just being a part of winning programs, a good culture, and stuff of that nature, are things that I really, look forward to.
All right. Probably the last couple questions. Talk about just that HBCU atmosphere, FAMU, and some of the things that might, morals or values, or things that might stick with you coming to Colorado.
There's a lot of things you could factor in. It's two different ball games, man. If you just had to be there, you have to be there to know. And if you haven't experienced HBCU game day or something, yeah, you should. it's definitely worth it. And I wouldn't take any of that for granted. Like, love my HBCU, and I feel like they helped me grow into the man that I am today. And I thank all the coaches and players that I've been around for the past 3 years.
So I
Also,
got to
you
go
said,
down and
go ahead, Brian.
no, I was just gonna say real quick. I got to go down and cover that Celebration Bowl with Coach Prime's last game with Jackson State. Just a cool atmosphere at that game.
Yeah.
What was that like for you being down there at the Celebration Bowl? I know it's probably more enjoyable for you because you won it. And Jackson State came up just short in overtime. But how cool was that atmosphere at the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta?
Oh man, it was an amazing feeling. And if you know the Rattlers, #1 public HBCU, they run deep. So that being there in Atlanta, it felt like a home game. We packed it out. We packed out Howard's side, and it was like playing in Bragg. Since my time being there, I also didn't lose in Bragg. So they're on like a 20-something game winning streak. So it's just the winning culture and being able to do it at some of the brightest lights of HBCU football, playing at a high level and showing people that HBCU players can also play at a very high level.
For sure. Real quick, excuse me. Can you give a shout out and tell us maybe some of the things that Coach Willie Simmons might have meant to you? Because we know him and Coach Prime very close, and just talk about the good things about Coach Willie Simmons.
My God, man. Willie Simmons, man, great guy. Obviously, most of pretty much everybody know about him. Shotgun Simmons, man. He did a lot for me, man. He helped me out, and he definitely helped me out in this recruiting process as well. Prime told me straight up this morning, Simmons was the first guy I called, and he heard nothing but great things that he couldn't ignore. Like, just from a standpoint of him knowing what I could do at this level and trusting in me and allowing me to, lead the defense last year and us having the #1 defense in FCS. So, it goes a long way in building relationships. And I really want to thank Coach Simmons for believing in me.
Last one for me, Johnny. Coach Prime loves his Florida boys, and there's a lot of them now on this team. A lot of Georgia guys as well. What does that mean to you to just be a part of what's really a big culture of Florida and Georgia boys on this team?
Right, man. It's crazy. It's almost like we brought Florida to Colorado, man. It's crazy. Yeah, Prime told me he splits it in half, and he recruiting on this side only, recruiting on the south only, man. So it's crazy about all the Florida talent that's here, and I'm excited to see obviously we can run, we can hit, all of that. And I'm just excited to see us put it together and have a great season.
Okay, I guess this will be my last question then, because I got a lot of them, but this will be my last one. Being that from the film that I watch, I see you playing in space a lot, all over the field, actually, from outside to inside, over the ball. You can make plays in the screen game, short game, passing game, run game. What's your favorite aspect of the defense, and how do you feel like you fit into this defensive scheme that Colorado has?
So my favorite aspect of the defense is just and it goes back to being a student of the game, just knowing what's coming, knowing personnel, and being ahead of the play, being able to make the play before the play happens. That's something that I've learned and took in and adapted to help me make plays at a higher level. And as far as fitting within the scheme for Colorado, man, I'm obviously I'll be battling for a spot in certain packages. I talked with Coach today, and he's excited to use me in some blitz packages and covering and covering in space, covering two, covering a tight end. So there's a lot of things that they could do with me, a lot of flexibility, and I'm just ready to get to work.
All right, man. We appreciate you joining us. I know it was
No doubt, man.
short notice. When I hit you up, I
Yeah.
was like, let me just hit him up right quick and holler at my dog. And then, Coach Riz get involved. I appreciate Coach Riz. We got some questions from the chat. If I can get them in real quick. You see some on your side too, Brian? I saw a couple of good ones about what other schools were recruiting you in this process.
So at the time, that's a good question. At the time, actually, I actually had 2 more visits set up for afterwards, I was gonna fly from here straight to Texas because I was heading to El Paso, and we had Oklahoma State the following week. But Deion told me straight up, him and Riz told me, like, the goal is to we don't want you to take those visits. They told us straight up, we trying to get you to commit today, and obviously they did a good job of really making me feel at home and making my decision today. So the recruiting process was nice. Obviously, it was way better. I enjoyed the experience, as a compared to not getting what I, deserved out of high school or whatever. So it was a really nice experience to get bigger schools this time around and stuff like that. But I really feel like I found my home.
Yes, sir.
I do have one more for you, Johnny. I'm curious. Obviously, football is the big reason why you're coming here, but is there something that you're looking forward to getting out of this non-football wise? Like, are you looking forward to experiencing a new part of the country, or anything else you're trying to look to get out of Colorado?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the connections and the power that Colorado holds right now, man. You will be a fool to walk out of here with nothing at all, whether you're not in the league or you didn't do something towards your passion. Colorado brings a lot to the table right now. It's a lot of eyes. There's a lot of people that you can ask questions towards, what you want to do. So I feel like regardless, it's all in my hands. It's up to what I want to do with it right now. And I plan on doing some big things on and off the field here.
Speaking of that, real quick, what would be your major?
We in J school right now, man. Journalism.
All right, that's what it is. All right,
Not
so look,
bad.
hey, we'll try to catch up with you later on once you get those pads and things on, get acclimated and all those things like that. Get adjusted to the what is the altitude and everything of that nature. Have you felt it yet?
Oh yeah, it hit me as soon as I got off the plane, man. It hit me for sure.
All right,
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, you'll get used to it soon enough. All right, we appreciate you joining us once again. Give a shout out to Coach Riz. I appreciate you, Coach Riz, and everybody else. If you want to give a shout to your hometown and your family, go ahead and do it one time.
Oh yeah, man. Just shout out to my family, my mom, my brother, my uncle, my auntie, just for making all of this possible, man. I have a great support system. Wouldn't trade them for anybody, man. And shout out to the hometown. Shout out to the HBCUs, everybody. I just I just really want to showcase what people like me, that I feel like deserves a chance. What we can do under the bright light. So shout out to everyone who believed in me.
All right. Another BuffTime Podcast exclusive, should I say, with myself and Brian Howell. Hey, y'all stay tuned for more. And hey, if I, like my dog Craig said, if I owe you something, get it from Jesus. All right. Hey, appreciate you guys joining on. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. We'll be back with more on the BuffTime Podcast. We up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, y'all. Shouts out to my dog.